Hello, hello, welcome back to Creative Frenzy. Okay, so in the last video, we made these round little junk journal pockets. In the meantime, I've used up some of the scraps and made some paper clusters, a couple more tags, or 3 more tags, and a few other little bits and pieces. So I was thinking, instead of, creating a junk journal that you just sort of go on the fly, because mine, this is the new one I'm working in, oops, sorry, it has 4 signatures. Each season has 3 months, so 4 seasons, right? So I thought we could, or I could, but you could too, we could change it up and create each signature per season and decorate it accordingly so it'd be a lot easier to fill in for whatever. So if you were to give this as a gift, it's a little bit easier for the person to understand what they're doing with it. Okay? That's the idea anyway. And I think it'd be a lot more fun for myself if I were to have one little journal, little travel notebook out at a time for a season, and then I can work on that. And then I can put it back in the cover once the season is over. So it's not so overwhelming. So that is the idea that I'm working with today. So I'm hoping it'll work out a little bit easier for me. I tend to create, obviously, in a frenzy, hence the title of this channel. But, with a little bit of forethought, it can be quite simple to create seasonally. So I thought it'd be fun to do it that way. So whatever papers you use, whatever you fancy, you go with that. I chose the Happy Spring from Michaels in this case, but that doesn't mean we can't put neutrals with this and, create some fun things as we go. Now, this is not for everyone, the holographics and whatnot else. We can cover some of that up. It is not a big deal. I have tons of packing paper, brown packing paper, book page, all kinds of things that we can use to create this. Also, creating this way, you can explore different themes, obviously. But if you wanted to do one season, like spring, you wanted to do like a boho for summer, or spring, you wanted to do more like shabby chic, you could absolutely visit that in each season, which is kind of nice. I like this idea, and I hope it'll work out the way I planned it in my head. It rarely ever does, but sometimes, I get lucky. So we'll go with it. All right, so what I want to do. So obviously it's going to be winter, all right? Or spring. I'm not entirely sure. So I don't know if I want to start now and do my Christmas and then work my way towards the end of next year and then create another junk journal. I think I might do that only because I'm in the mood to do some Christmas junk journaling. So that's what I'm going to do. We could do a really bright white or more of a winter white. What should we do? We could even do this if we wanted to. You know what? Yeah, I think we'll do that because I like the idea of this being the background for my Christmas. So the thing is, we all think very linear, very, we're all very, I used to think very straight. So it's all about, from January to December. We can change this up any way we like. That's what I like about this. So if I want to do Christmas 2022 and then, it ends Christmas 2023, I can do that because it's mine. I can do whatever I want. So that's kind of what I like. Now, I do have a few Christmas packs, well, 2 Christmas packs that I bought, which I thought would look quite nice with this. Hence probably why I chose this one. At the same time, if you liked more the colorful, you could use the purple one. If you are a traditionalist, by all means, use the traditional color and have fun with that. So, get your die cuts out and see what you can put together. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start creating the cover for my Christmas 2023. At the same time, you could also do each season, like major holiday for each season, if that's how you wanted to decorate your individual traveler's notebooks. That'd be perfect too. You could do by birthdays, any special occasion, whatever. Maybe you have a wedding in the summer. You could do that absolutely as the cover, and then, go for it. So whatever makes you happy to go into your junk journal to create and commemorate whatever the occasion is. So that's the idea, is to use your junk journal, excuse me, and just have fun with it. Excuse me. So again, I'm not a huge traditionalist, so I try to come up with different ideas and different ways of using what I already have. Now, I don't have a lot of junk journal specific supplies like, old ledger paper and things like that. So I make do with what I have. But recently, over the last year or so, I've been buying more and more dies. So I've been enjoying buying different dies and just having fun with it. So this one, just because this is cute and whimsical doesn't mean you can't use it in junk journal, because I just cut out music sheet paper. So it makes it more vintage looking, okay? So that's part of the fun. And in here I use some pattern paper. It's a vintage looking paper, but a modern die, or modern-ish, right? So you can marry the two together and be perfectly okay with that. At least I am. Whether or not you're a traditionalist is entirely up to you. So that's what I am working with. So I just wanted to, create some little paper clusters. I might turn these into little paper clips if you didn't want to glue them in. I don't know. So we're going to just start assembling a traveler's notebook, one of the sections, one of the seasons, okay? So that's what I'm doing. And you can start at any time of the year that you want to. So if you wanted to start with spring, go for it. Why not? And, whatever season you're in, that's what you can start using. It's kind of what I like about it. What we're going to do is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start laying down some other paper first. So whether or not you like this 100%, you can always cover it up with something else. So if we wanted to junkify it a bit, you could absolutely do that. Excuse the noise. I love this brown packing paper. We have a ton of it, so I better love it, right? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to tear some of it, and then we're going to start on one side and fold it to the back, because, I want both sides to look pretty. There we go. So you could use the straight edge. You can go right to the edge. You could fold it over if you wanted to. I want to see some of this border, so I'll probably start around there and then just work my way around. Yeah, probably at the bottom. Yeah, we'll see how far we get. So I hope you're all doing well. This series, I'm hoping to, that you're playing along, that you are creating also, and having fun with me. Because I think junk journaling should be fun. Now, the beauty of this style of junk journaling, because it's not necessarily all junk, you're using what you have, creating, just fun bits and pieces here and there that you would enjoy looking at later on. That's my goal, okay? If you are a traditionalist, by all means, use traditional pieces of paper and all kinds of other things that bring you joy. It should be whatever you want. And that's kind of the beauty of this. Now, I could turn this into a pocket, absolutely. Or we could attach a pocket later on. That's okay too. I don't always think ahead of what I want to do, and that's okay, because it allows for creativity to flow a bit more naturally, in my mind's eye anyway. Okay, so now it doesn't look so intimidating. So what I want to do is I want to do the title or the cover title page. You remember in high school, title pages, elementary school? Anyway, so I want to do the cover and I want to make it seasonally appropriate for what I want to have in my head. And then I want to start working on some of the pages. I love doing the edges. So what I've done with my other junk journal, I'll show you. I love this junk journal. It's not my first one, but I do love it, and I love all the trim pieces on there and the little bits sticking out, and that's my goal for this one too, even though you won't see it because it will be wrapped up, but that's okay, because when I have it on my desk this way, I will still see all the little edges and all the little bits and pieces sticking out, which is kind of what I like. All right, so I do have some napkin. We could add some of that on there. Napkin is such an easy thing to use, you know. You could use tissue paper also. That's also easy to use. I'm not going to be too particular about how much or how little I use, because it's more fun to see what I end up with. And you can cut this in circles if you wanted a very specific shape. You know, you don't have to be all over the place like I am, but I kind of like being able to just try different things. So we could do something like this, or we could wrap it around to the other side. So we could start here and work our way around to there. So you can see it on both sides. See what I mean? So if we didn't want this straight edge, we can just go like this and just, you know, create that way. Well, this is a good time to get all your scraps out. I know, I have so many scrap pieces and buckets and whatnot else full of scrap paper. But that's okay, because then I get to create more things. Now, again, napkin can be very finicky. I try to use a dry glue. That's what I call my glue stick, a dry glue. And it just makes it a little bit easier to apply. You could use Mod Podge, but drying time being what it is, I have no patience for that. So I just tend to go, you know, glue stick and done. That's how I do it. So I did cut out some different frames and things like that. Get your dies out, you know, it's like try some different things, see what you are interested in looking at, you know, in past pieces that you've tried, and see, you know, what you like. Do you like the country style? Then go for it, you know, have fun with it. Tried some different things. Maybe you are very modern. That's okay too. You know, junk journal is whatever you want it to be, and you can decorate it in any which way you like, because that's the beauty of a junk journal. If you like to do only memorabilia, that's okay too, you know, or you want to use just very specific junk kind of thing, go for it. There are no rules in junk journaling that I'm aware of. Nobody says it has to be one way or the other. All right. So, but this is where the fun begins. So, you know, you get to sort of, you can hint at, you know, Christmas and things like that. And it's okay to not go all out, and, you know, it doesn't have to be a Christmas explosion kind of thing. Unless that is what you like, then go for it. You know, this is the time to just go all out and do whatever you feel like doing. So I'm just trying to see what's all in here. I mean, I love all the baking. Well, my daughter does all the baking, I must say. She is a really good baker. So she does a lot of the Christmas baking in our house, which is, you know, not great for my waistline, but it is tasty, I must say. All right. I love foxes this year for some weird reason, and a little deer, obviously. But we can attach those there. So, and if you didn't want to use a huge frame, you could use a much smaller frame too. That's okay. So again, I've been loving deer. I don't know what it is. I just really do enjoy that. Whether or not those make it in the final cut is a different story. This is just the time to sort of place things and have fun and see what suits your mood. All right, so I do like that. Yeah. So I do also have this cut out in brown. I wasn't sure how much of that would show, because I could do like a shadow thing. That'd be kind of cool. I could do it the other way. Hold on, let's see. It's what I love about die cuts, is just you can try different things. There we go. That's not bad. Oh, I like that. And then you could just do little bits like that. We shall see. Now, do I want just plain in the background? Like sometimes you just need to unify it a little bit more. Either like that or book page. Now, if you have an old children's Christmas book, that would be kind of cute too. You could use those in this kind of application. So that'd be cool. Now, if you have collage master boards and then cut out your shapes with that, that'd be good for this kind of application too, because then it saves a lot of, you know, puzzle piecing things together, like I am doing. I mean, I don't mind. It's not that, so. Again, ink or don't ink, it is entirely up to you. And you can always come in later on and do some of the edges. You can do some stenciling or stamping. All kinds of things are possible. Yeah. That's kind of cool. It just cuts down on some of that extra green. There's nothing wrong with green. I like green. It's my favorite, one of my favorite colors. So, I mean, who am I kidding? I love all colors. But green is definitely one of my favorites. All right. So, that is good. I like how that's sort of sticking out. I do have a couple of pieces still stuck in here. You can probably poke those out, no problem. Yeah, man. I should probably get one of those tools, but usually just flicking it like this makes them all come out. It's not a big deal. All right, now I do have this in black because I specifically wanted to use this napkin. Now, if that doesn't stick out enough, obviously we could double these up and have the shadow. Come on. Well, it depends on what you want to do, right? But I do want to put the frame down. So, like I was saying before, I hope you're all doing well. It is almost Christmas. I finished my last Christmas shopping trip yesterday, which is why this video is going to be a little bit later, unfortunately. But you know, I'm sure everybody's busy right now, so watch it at your leisure, you know, over the holidays. Get the crafty mojo going. Create something for yourself for the new year. And have fun using your supplies. I like the idea of shopping my own studio or craft room, whatever, you know, whatever you have, whatever you want to call it, your own space, your own supplies, let's put it that way. So I like being able to shop that and have fun creating different little things like this with what I already have. I mean, I have paper, I have the dies, so use it, right? Yeah, I like that. And I could go the other way, but the black is here, and it's not exactly working out too well for me. You know what? We are going to go for it anyway. So, yeah. So for Christmas, you know, my husband likes to do the turkey, and he cooks Christmas dinner, which is nice. I don't have to worry about it. The only thing I have not decided this year is what to make for dessert. I don't know. Does anyone else have like a dessert that they actually make every Christmas? I don't think I've ever really been overly, you know, excited about any one simple dessert, but we usually eat so much junk food that we don't really need to think about dessert anymore at that point. So I think that may be the main problem for me. It's like I'm so full by the end of everything that it's like, oh, I just can't eat anything else. I'm just too full. All right. So I love this little candle thingy. Lantern? That's the word, right? And I don't know where the little candle went to. Did I lose it already? Oh my goodness. See, that's what you get when you have too much stuff on your desk. Alright, it's okay. I don't know where it went to. It's probably underneath all this. Alright. Anyway, you could add a candle to this, or you could put it somewhere else. It's okay. I will figure it out as I go. I'm not going to worry too much about it. So I do like this, so I can sort of make a hanging thingy. You know what I mean? Something like that. Or even something like this. Ooh, kind of like that. Candy cane heart. Oh, that's adorable. I love the candy cane heart. Okay, that one for sure. I'm not too crazy about these ones, but I do like the heart. There. Oh, that's adorable. Very Christmassy. Alright. Probably will ink this just to make it sure it doesn't stand out as much. There we go. Now what I like about doing pieces like this, I don't glue the whole thing down all the way, and then it leaves room to tuck things underneath, which is nice. So if I wanted to tuck some greenery or something like that, I absolutely could. There's a little bit of room for movement, which is good. Oh, how cute is that? I love it. All right, now we could do something like this. Where's the other one? Thing is, they usually come with two, right? So it's just a question of finding it. If I were to, you know, look at it a little bit sooner, or you could even do something like that, but that's a little bit too long. Let's see the eucalyptus. All right. but there's always a solution. So I do have these die cuts, greenery, so which is nice, right? Because there's quite a bit of green on here anyway. But you could do it with something like this. Oh, that's cute. I like that. It's kind of layering there nicely. But see how I don't glue everything down all the way? And then it just sort of, you can tuck it in there and then you can glue it down later. I do have some pine in here. I could use some pine. It's not quite the right green. Yeah, like that. And I probably won't glue the whole thing down again, just little spots here and there, because it just makes it a little bit easier. Gives it a bit of movement when it's not all the way glued down, which is nice. So it's cute. And then it needs a little gemstone, maybe? Or, let's see, I did have, yeah, this is from Dollar Tree? No, Dollar Store. It's from the Dollar Store, and it's just like, comes on a big roll, but then you can just cut it apart easily with scissors. And just adds a little bit of something. Yeah. You could do an individual one too. You could do a flat back pearl. There we go. I think we'll do it that way. It just adds a little bit of something. Put it on an angle. There we go. That's cute. There. Alright, now I did want a hot chocolate on here. So there's a couple of different choices. That's a little bit bigger than I thought it would be. Oh, I should just learn to keep things separate when I see them. Here we go. Alright, so there. I like that. Yeah, just like that. Now, you could use a foam. You know what? Let's do that. I still have some foam tape here. We are going to ink it though. There we go. I like that. That looks really cute. Could do some stenciling or stamping there. Oh, I found my little candle. I knew it'd show up sooner or later. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I could add it here just to balance out some of that napkin in the background there. So I could put that there. Or I could make it look like it's hanging from the ceiling kind of thing. Ceiling. I use that term loosely. And then we can just sort of keep everything on the left side here. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Okay. I need to do my candle. So highlighters are perfect for this, because it'll make it stand out nicely. You could use yellow too, but I thought that would stick out a little bit more. It's almost the same color as in there. Now this is the tricky part, because I don't know how this really goes. Alright, I think we'll just do it that way. Close enough. Probably ink it, make it stand out. It sort of just marries the whole left side of this together. And then we'll put this on. And I think that is pretty much it for the cover. press that down for a second or two. And then all we need to do is just make this look like it's attached. There we go. Probably should put some glue down there, shouldn't I? There we go. That'll do. I had thought about using these. I don't know. I might just use them as little tags for when I do the actual like Christmas page kind of thing. But you could absolutely, you know, do a whole bunch of these and potentially fill up the whole space. I mean, if not here, then where, right? I do want to do something here. Let's see. I do have this lovely script stamp. I might use that. Because I think it'll add a little bit more. Which way is the right way up? I don't even know. Close enough. You could absolutely stamp this ahead of time, of course, if you didn't want to wait until the end. But I'm going to do some over here too. There. There, that looks really cool. I like that. Excuse my chair. I know, it's so creaky. It's just ridiculous sometimes, but it is what it is. Alrighty, so there. It's Christmassy, but not over the top Christmassy, just the way I like it. I get to use some of these things I've had laying around for a bit. And I love how it turned out. So that makes me happy. Again, you could do a pocket on the back, because then you can add like little bits if you wanted to save some for later. You know, if you wanted to use some in a on an actual page kind of thing. Let's see, what can we use for a pocket? Or maybe a tuck spot? I don't even know. Oh well, it's okay. We can leave it at this for now, and we can work on the other part. But that is the cover done for our winter Traveler's Notebook for 2022 and 2023. That's how I'm starting. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one. We'll do more with this. Bye, guys.